afternoon, welcome to the channel. My name is Beena and this lovely little fella here is of course Walter. Hope you are well. You join me today on Saturday the something of November. I'm going to say 8th. I think it is the 8th of November 2025. It's 1 p.m. It's about 13 degrees, which is a lot cooler than it has been. It was 18 degrees yesterday, which is a bit mental for considering it's November. Don't even know what month it is. Excuse me. I've got a bit of a cough, so you're going to have to excuse me if I'm constantly coughing and spluttering into the microphone. So it's a bit of a grey old day today, but I think the sun is trying to poke through. So maybe it will make an appearance in this brief video. I say brief. It'll be half an hour of me wombling on about nothing, won't it? We're just off out on no particular errand. Oh look, just as I say that, the sun is coming out over there, over the glorious Bedfordshire countryside. I haven't seen the glorious Bedfordshire countryside for a week because I've been away in North Yorkshire, where they also didn't have 6 gears for their Royal Enfield Bullets. Yes, I've been on holiday. I've been away celebrating my 20-year anniversary with Mrs. Beena and young Otto, the insane 9-month-old today border terrier. And it was a bit of a mixed bag, I have to say. It was actually a little bit disappointing, our anniversary trip. Not because of the company, although a little bit of it was because of the company, because Otto lost his tiny mind. Lots of new sights and smells and people to meet and dogs to meet, and yeah, he lost his shit basically. Yeah, at one point we went on the funicular in Scarborough, which is there's a canistella there. Funicular, if you're not familiar with, is kind of like a tram that goes up the side of a steep cliff at kind of that sort of angle. We went on one of those and he was just rolling around on the floor in the carriage. Is it a carriage? I don't know. I know it was I think it's the world's oldest funicular, or the world's first funicular, something like that. But yeah, he just rolled around like a lunatic, and that was pretty indicative of his behaviour throughout the holiday. And he liked to get us up super early because it was unfamiliar surroundings for him, so he was getting up at like 5 in the morning. Wasn't fun, so we spent most of the holiday quite knackered. Wow, there's a lot of mud and wet leaves around here. Yeah, it was a little bit disappointing. The cottage we stayed at was very, very small, and that's no fault of the cottage, being low beamed and all the doorways being built for hobbits, which when you're 6'1" is a challenge. And I bashed my head at least twice a day, and it had the world's smallest bathroom. I'm not kidding. Why is the road ahead closed? Oh, everywhere's closed. Yeah, the bathroom had if you were doing number 2s, you had to sit with your elbows on the bath because it was so close, and you can easily touch every wall, pretty much, from where you're sitting. And weirdly, it had like a double hatch, at head height by the toilet. So that's closed. Oh, good. I don't know where I'm going to go now. Yeah, I had a hatch at head height, so you could sit on the loo and look out of this hatch down the stairs, where there was a conveniently placed mirror at the bottom of the stairs, kind of like the bend in the stairs, so that you could see into the living room, and in one of the seats in the living room, so you could sit on the toilet and literally see someone sat in the living room and have a conversation with them, which is a bit weird. I don't know why they did that. Where where should we go? This way? Why not? Yeah, and the shower in that bathroom was it was like being assaulted. It basically violated you clean. It was so powerful. I don't know why it had to be that powerful. But yeah, there are various other little things that made the stay a little bit miserable. Where the hell am I? We had a dripping radiator that kept me awake until 2 in the morning. We had to get fixed. We had we lost water one morning because the neighbours had plugged something in and tripped their electrics in the cottage they were staying in, which for some reason knocked our water out. So yeah, all in all it was a bit disastrous, and on top of that the pictures on the listing for it showed some quite spectacular views over some sort of cliff tops and the sea and a bay, and you could indeed see those things, but not from the cottage we were staying in, from the one next door, so that felt a little bit like false advertising. So we left early in the end because we were not having a good time, sadly. Never mind, these things happen, don't they? We've got plenty of other wedding anniversaries to look forward to, hopefully. So we won't let it get us down. But the views up there in North Yorkshire, absolutely stunning. I'm really envious of any of you who might live up in that area. We were up by Whitby, in a place called Ravenscar. We went some trips out, obviously went to Whitby, and got some beautiful views of the moors and the dales. I don't know what a dale is, to be honest. I presume I saw them. And there's some lovely beaches up there, Robinson Bay. Yeah, just really nice. It would have been lovely to be up there with Walter and have a little pootle around. Mind you, it'd have taken me days to get there because there's no way I'd have gone on the motorway. And yeah, I mean that was also a bad start to the holiday, because it should have been it was about a 4.25 hour trip, and it took us 5.5 travelling time. We actually stopped for lunch, so it probably took us about 6 hours to get there in total because of various road closures and traffic. So that was annoying. So yeah, on poor Walter here, that would have taken us bloody days. But yeah, it would be nice up there, just pootling around those roads, and especially this time of year with the with all of the I think I've come down there. It's a dead end. Oh no, it's Evershot, isn't it? I know where I am. Yeah, the autumnal colours, with all the leaves turning golden and brown, and it's absolutely beautiful. Thoroughly recommend it. And in fact, on one journey, we've been for a day out to Whitby, and we're on our way back, stopped at a petrol station, and there was a guy there on a black and red Himalayan 411, exactly the colour scheme that I want, and he had black hard cases, panniers on, Royal Enfield ones, which again are the ones that I'd like. So it was actually my perfect Himalayan there. And I was admiring it, and he came back. Should we go up here? Let's go up here. He came back to it and we had a little chat, and he was telling me that of all the bikes he owns, of which he has Ducatis, he's got a Ducati and Harley Davidson, that's the one that he always seems to take out because he just loves it so much. He said it's just such a good bike. So that didn't help at all. Especially with Mrs. Beena leaning over and saying, "No, don't say that. You've got to tell him how terrible it is." So yeah, I don't know if you'll ever watch this. Nice man from Yorkshire on a Hemi, but very nice to meet you. I'm very jealous of your bike. I think he told me that his dad, who was, I can't remember, I think he said he was 94 or 97, I can't remember, 94 potentially, had bought it and given it to him. I think his dad sounded like his dad had bought it for himself to use. It was just sat around doing nothing. So wow, oh, to be that active at that age. But it is good to be home. I mean, as an autistic person, any kind of trip away from my home is stressful and scary, and a break in my routine. So, as much as I do enjoy it, I enjoy getting home more. Is a dog? Is he going to bark at me? No. Amazing. It's a great day for a walk through the deer park here at Woburn, with the sun out now. Lots of deer over there. Saw some seals on holiday. Never seen a seal in the wild before. That was nice. And oh my god, how many pheasants were there? I think we've discussed this before on the channel, how pheasants are the dumbest bird alive. Yeah, they vie for potentially the dumbest animal alive. We on the way up there, the sat-nav had taken us down a really narrow, windy country route off of the main A road which we were on, and we subsequently discovered that it would have saved us about 2 minutes travel time, which is why it took us down there rather than keeping on the A road. But what it didn't tell us was that one of those roads was closed, and so we had to circumvent that and reroute. And it took us back onto the A road that we're at, but it took us around an even more circuitous route, around these little single track roads, really twisty turny, and it was just full of bloody pheasants. Honestly, like every road had maybe a dozen or so pheasants just casually wandering around on the road, slow as you like, or just bursting out of the hedges in front of you, or walking off the road and then immediately doubling back and running across it, so you had to brake hard. I've never seen so many pheasants in my life. We have a little road near us that we call Pheasant Alley because it's, you sometimes see maybe half a dozen down it. Good God, that's got nothing on this one. I think they're farming them down there or something. So yeah, that didn't add to our mood when we had to crawl along at 5 miles an hour and keep stopping and honking the horn to get pheasants out of the way, when sat-nav had added an extra half an hour onto our journey. This is right on mown, isn't it? I'm sure I can smell fried onions. Oh, definitely can smell fried onions. Is it a stroke? Am I having a stroke? Oh, it is so good to be back out on water again. I really missed him this last week. He is my happy place. Although the weather hasn't been that great. It's been quite wet and windy, and yeah. Okay, one final gripe about my holiday. I took my drone with me because I knew that we're on like a cliff top there, and we had the sea and lots of really lovely scenery. So yeah, I wanted to put the drone up and get some good footage. Oh, it really is a strong smell of fried onions. It's lovely. And it was too windy every bloody day. It was really windy until the last day when we were leaving, when it stopped being windy and it pissed it down instead. Oh, it's a classic 650 there. Just went past. Haven't seen one of those before. Oh dear, what's going on here? Yeah, if you're a classic 650 rider on a, I don't know what colour scheme that is, it's kind of, it's not cyan, is it? That sort of bluey colour anyway. If you're out in Woburn with your partner on the back, then hello. I would have waved, but you was busy gesticulating to the traffic to tell them where you were going. And rightly so, it was a bit chaotic down there, wasn't it? I did say to Mrs. Beena that I do want to go away on Walter for a weekend, maybe on my own. Kites! Two of. Thank God, we've broken our kite duck for today. Our kite cherry. Yeah, I fancy going away for a weekend, so I can do a big trip up somewhere like that. Yorkshire or... should we go up there? No, let's go this way. Go this way. Don't know where we're going. Let's go this way. Yeah, to there, or maybe up to Wales. Little trip round Snowdonia, my favourite place. Because I don't... I mean, it's a weird one for me, because I've got a real inkling to do it. So I've never been on a proper journey on a motorbike before. So I would like to do that. But the other part of it is, because of my social anxiety and my autism, I don't like to go too far, and it's all a bit scary. Kites! Oh, actually, I think they're not kites at all. They are... well, that one's a kite, but the others are buzzards! So, yeah. Not got another gear, Beanie. Not got another gear. So, yeah, it'd be a bit of a challenge for me. I do want to try it. So maybe next year, maybe in the spring or something next year, I'll think about planning a little 2 or 3 day trip somewhere. It'll take ages for me to actually get anywhere, because I live down sort of Luton way, and it's there's nothing of interest down here. So to get anywhere nice and interesting, you kind of have to use motorways to get there quickly, and that's just no fun at all. I wouldn't enjoy sitting on a motorway for several hours at 50-60 miles an hour on Walter here. So I'd have to go cross country, which would be more enjoyable, but it'd take a lot more time. I mean, I looked at the from memory, I think I looked at that trip to Ravenscar, which we just did, by avoiding motorways. I think it was about 7.5 hours or something, maybe even longer. So yeah, probably have to split that up maybe. Where am I going? Go straight on? Let's go straight on, why not? Let's go straight on. You don't know where you're going. Well, I do know where this is up here. This is Rushmere, which is a very nice country park. You can go for a walk in the woods. So we take our dogs. It's very nice. Although this time of day, at the weekend, yeah, probably absolutely rammed. And I don't know whether I've mentioned before, but I'm not a fan of people. Especially how people's behaviours these days. Old man rant incoming. People's behaviours these days seem to be getting worse. People seem to be getting more selfish. I don't know whether it's just because I'm old and I've just had enough of everyone's shit at this point. But people do seem, to me, to be a bit more selfish. It's probably just me, isn't it? I'm sure that every middle-aged and old person gets to a point in their life where they start saying that. Or maybe they are. Maybe the world are just a whole big bunch of cunts now. I'm looking forward to this afternoon for two reasons. One, it's a Formula 1 weekend, and regular viewers will know that I'm an avid Formula 1 fan, and they are in Interlagos this weekend in Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil, which is one of my favourite tracks. And it's a sprint weekend, so we have an extra sprint race, which will be in about 38 minutes time. That's starting, so I am recording it. I'll watch that when I get back. And I'm also expecting a 3D printer to be delivered. Yes, Beena's been spending his money again on new special interests. If you're not autistic or you don't know anyone who is neurodivergent, then I should explain that we tend to have what they call special interests, and it's basically you will hyperfixate on something, and you'll want to learn absolutely everything about it, and throw yourself into it wholehearted. And for some people that is a lifelong thing, so it may be a particular subject. So for me, wristwatches is my special interest. I've been obsessed with them since I was a little boy, and I love collecting them. Well, that's a nice strong smell of weed. So yeah, that's been with me forever. Photography is another one. I've always been fascinated with cameras, so I've been doing that for decades now. But then you do tend to get some that you just suddenly become fixated on, and it may last a while, it may last a year or so, it may last a few weeks, it may last a few months, but it becomes all-encompassing, and it can be expensive. So a while back I was interested in ham radio, and I got my ham radio license, operator license, and then obviously quickly realised that I don't really like talking to people because I've got social anxiety, so that didn't really work out, although I did listen to them still a lot. But that was a challenge anyway, getting my licence and getting some gear, and we love gear. I mean, we as men love gear anyway, don't we? And sure a lot of ladies do as well. That whole gas gear acquisition syndrome, and just buying lots of gear because we like collecting stuff. So that comes into it as well. But yeah, my latest one is 3D printing. I have been thinking about 3D printers for a while, because I've got some things around the house that I thought would actually benefit from having one, that I could make some bespoke things for the house and for my car, and for my other hobbies. And of course I could design it and send it off and get it printed, but where's the fun in that? It's become a bit more accessible, user-friendly, and affordable now for regular people outside of die-hard hobbyists. So I thought I'd give it a go. And plus, I've got a bit of money because BT Openreach still haven't done my broadband, which was supposed to happen this Tuesday coming up. And last Sunday, while I was away, I saw on my Ring camera that they came around, they dug all the path up at the bottom of my drive, and they laid all the duct in and the cables in preparation for them to come out on this Tuesday coming, to link it up to my house. Sorry, I got distracted there because I have no idea where I am. To plumb it all into my house and get me set up. And on Tuesday last week I got a text message saying, well, we're coming next Tuesday, don't forget, we're on our way, we're going to sort you all out. And then the following day I got another one saying, due to unforeseen circumstances, we're not coming next Tuesday and we're delaying it until the 16th of December, which I was not best pleased with. But it does mean that they have to keep paying me £6.24 a day every day that they fail to do it now. So that's an extra 200 quid on top of what they already owe me. So they owe me right now about 530 quid if they don't do it by December. But it might be before then, because I phoned up and had a bit of a rant at them, and they're going to try and chivvy it along a bit. It's annoying because they said the reason they're not doing it is it's what they call a hard dig, which means, I don't know why it's a hard dig, but they said, oh, we didn't realise it was going to be a hard dig. And I was like, well, you know, they've been out 3 times so far. Surely at one point during those 3 times when they were doing a survey, they would have figured out it was a hard dig. But apparently not. So anyway, with the money from that, I'm buying myself a 3D printer, and that will turn up later on this afternoon. So that'll be. Where the hell am I? Am I in Leighton Buzzard? I am. I don't know how I got here. So yeah, that'll be really good fun, because I have to learn how to use CAD, and I've been playing on that. It's a thing called Tinkercad, which is a free web-based CAD software. So I have to learn how to do that, do CAD models and prototyping and whatnot. And then am I going up here? Let's say we're going up here. And yeah, print some stuff out. So it's the whole interesting thing about getting a special interest, getting into a new special interest. It's the kind of the upside to the downside of it taking over your life and costing you lots of money. Is that it means that you learn new skills, and you get to learn lots of new information, which our brains crave. So we're looking forward to that. So expect to see poor Walter here adorned with all kinds of crap 3D prints over the next few months. No, I would not be doing that. Oh, just in case anyone asks, this here is a remote control for my DJI camera. I thought I'd try it again. I bought it ages ago. Oh God, this is just commuting, isn't it? Yeah, I bought it ages ago to use, because what I tend to do when I'm out recording these videos is I'll just start recording the second that I get on the bike at my house, and then it may be 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes before I actually start talking and recording one of these videos, and then stop it again when I get home, which means I have tons of additional footage which I have to trim off, and it causes iMovie to create enormous files, which makes my computer go, oh, I can't do this, files are too big. So I bought this little remote control thing, Bluetooth remote control, so that I can just start recording when I want to and stop when I want to and just use that file. But when I tried it last time, it worked once, and then the second time I tried to connect it, it connected, but then my DJI mic, Bluetooth mic, would not connect to it at all. I had to reset that, I had to reset the camera, it just would not play ball, and it was just before I was going out for a ride, so I was very cross with it. And it did that a couple of times, and I thought, well, fuck you then, I'm not going to use it, it's going to do that, so it sat in the drawer. But subsequently I've got one of the DJI mini mics, and I've connected it a couple of times, and it seems to work alright. Now I say that, it could be that I've just been recording 30 minutes with absolutely zero audio because the mic's not connected, so it could be going in the bin when I get home. It's annoying because they're not cheap. I think they're about 60 quid or something, which is ridiculous for what it is. But we will see. So just in case anyone asks, that's what that is. And that's a... No, I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll have to guess. If you don't know by now. Well, I've rambled on and went to... I've never come down this route before on one of these rides. Because it is just basically going through town centre, isn't it, of Leighton Buzzard. I briefly worked in Leighton Buzzard for a little while, and it's alright, I think. In fact, my current manager lives in Leighton Buzzard, commutes down to London every day. So yeah, she's paid a lot more money than I am, so she can afford to do that. But yeah, I think Leighton's okay. Don't really know an awful lot about it. I know that it has a Waitrose, because I used that for lunch every day when I worked here for about a month. Oh, I've probably rambled on enough, haven't I? And this is all a bit boring scenery, so I think we'll call it a day. It's nice to be back again. Hopefully I'll be back again next week, weather permitting. If you're out and about on your bike this week, have fun, keep it shiny side up, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!